The flu season had a head start this year. Typically, we start seeing the flu around mid-December, but the Spokane Regional Health District says flu hospitalizations began as early as October. Thanks for watching 4 News Now at 5. I'm Aaron Luna.
And I'm Nia Wong. It's not just the timing of the year's flu season that's so unusual, but also the strain of flu that's going around. 4 News Now reporter Katerina Christophes spoke with the Spokane Regional Health District and breaks down what you need to know. Katerina.
Well, some people may have told you that you can catch the flu just by standing outside in the cold. Well, that may not be the case, but you really only have to be 6 feet away from someone to catch the flu. But thankfully, there are ways that you can protect yourself. Coughing, sneezing, fever, and chills, they're all signs that point to the flu.
Historically, for us, flu tends to start in December.
But flu season came early in Spokane. Flu hospitalizations started in October, but in November, Springer says Spokane saw a different type of flu than we normally see this time of year.
We saw a lot of influenza B, which is almost 2/3 of what we've seen so far.
Here's the difference. Influenza A generally occurs during the beginning of flu season and peaks around December to January. There are 2 types of influenza A that are administered in the vaccine. One targets the elderly and very young, and one for the younger working population. When it comes to influenza B, symptoms are usually the same as influenza A, but it's seen later in the season, usually around February or March. However, symptoms are usually less severe with influenza B.
The influenza A typically has more issues in terms of mortality with that because it hits those high-risk groups in terms of seniors and the very young.
That's not to say that influenza B shouldn't be taken seriously.
It can still result in hospitalizations, and we've seen a fair number of hospitalizations, currently.
24 hospitalizations to be exact. While flu season may have come early this year, that doesn't mean it's necessarily going to end sooner than expected.
What's going to happen later on in January and February when flu tends to really peak is unknown right now.
Now, although we are seeing more cases of the flu, there are things you can do to protect yourself. Springer says right now is the perfect time to get your flu shot. The vaccine protects against both influenza A and B. It takes about a week for that vaccine to kick in and is typically between 40 to 60% effective. Other things you can do to protect yourself are, of course, to wash your hands frequently, cover your mouth and nose when you cough, and to stay home so you don't infect others around you. Now, if you'd like more information, we'll leave all of that for you on KXLY.com. Aaron, Nia.